Hello, I want to show something concerning coloring books and notebook. So the first thing you do is to go to your Kiwi browser. Make sure you're on your Kiwi browser. Alright. So let's say you want to do something on, let's say, a cartoon coloring book. Cartoon coloring books. Please check your this thing. It's supposed to have this thing here. It's called the Self-Publishing Titans. This one. It's a very important tool. Very, very important. So we're waiting for it to load. So now it has loaded finish. Let me show you some things. Now the first thing to pay attention to is the number here, this number here, and then this color here. If the color is showing green, it means it is a very good niche for you to work on. As it's showing red like this, it means run away from it. Anything from 30 downward, just leave it because it is very saturated. As you can see, the the total number of books in this category are 50,000. What are you doing in this kind of niche? It doesn't make sense. But I just want to pick an idea from here. All right, so just because this is a general so this is general. I'm just trying to look for books that I can do under this niche. It's not as if I want to do. I'm looking for types of cartoons that I can work on. Do you understand? So let us look through. Now, look at, there's something I want to show you. Look at this. Can you see sponsored here? Can you see sponsored there? Leave books that are sponsored. Sponsors means the person is running ads. Do you understand? The person is running ads. You don't want to use a book that they are running ads on to use to create your own book. It will not sell. It's better you look for books that are not sponsored, all right? And then from there, you cannot copy them. Another thing I want you to look at is the BSR. The BSR. Look at where BSR is. This place. That's where BSR is. You can see it's the BSR. The BSR. And I told us, or we have learned from our course, that the lower the BSR, the better the book is. I hope you can remember that. The lower the BSR, the better the book is. So for this kind of book, that the BSR is 1,251. It's a very good book. 1,251. It's a very good book. Even this one that is 11,000, it's still good. Even this one that is 77,000, it's still good. Because we are being told to imitate books that are less than 100,000. It's just like from first position. The book that is selling best on Amazon right now, it is ranked number 1. The most top selling book is ranked number 1. Number 2 follow, number 3 follow, number 4 follow. So as it keeps going higher, the way the book is selling is going lower. I don't know whether you understand my English. It's just like in a class of 50, person carry 50 position. Who no book pass? Now the person who carry first position, I know book pass. Now the person who carry 50 position is not doing well. So the higher the number, the lesser it is selling. Let us look at some other BSRs. All right. This one, 19,000. It is doing well. 14,000. It is doing well. 7,000. It is doing well. So what I'm trying to show you here is that model or imitate or copy books that are doing well. But you don't just blindly copy like that. You have to make your research. So let us do a research. with one of these books. This one that is ranking 19,000. This one. Let's look for what the book is all about. All right. So the name of the book is what? Chibi Horror Coloring Book. Chibi Horror Coloring Book. So let us go to our search bar and type out Chibi Horror. We want to know how many people have done books in this Chibi Horror. Do you get me? Want to know how many people have done books in Chibi Horror. Or Horror Chibi or Chibi Horror, anyone. Let us see how many people have done books. 2,000 books. Look at it here. 2,000 books. And you know that we are being advised to stay in niches that are less than 1,000. So we might not be doing this. We can't do this. It is too saturated and the demand is not that high. That's why you're seeing the red color. That means the demand, people that are buying the book are not that much on Amazon. All right. So another book that I saw from that cartoon coloring book was the 90s Cartoon Stoner. Look at it here. We saw it there. I had to pause the video to look for a book that has a good score so that I will not be wasting time. And I came to the book section. You can see that the search bar is on books. Don't put it on all. It's better to put it on books. All right. Books. This one. Books. This one. Books. Don't put it on all right. So I now search the 90s Cartoon Stoner, and you can see from here that this thing is showing green, which means it's good, and then the score size is 46. That means people are actually searching for this. Now let's also see the total number of books in this category. Look at it, 677. And remember, we have a rule that if we're going to do something in a niche, that niche should not be more than 1,000. Highest 1,500. Anything below 1,500, 2,000. Sorry, yeah, gone for it. You cannot make money in that niche except God just really want to favor you. Then another thing you have to consider also is the BSR of the various books on the first page. All right. The BSRs of the book on the front page. Like for the first book we are seeing here, the BSR is what? 1,365. That is very good. 1,365. That's good. The second one we are seeing here is 71,000, which is also good. The third one is 869. The fourth one 255, 360 something. This one is 1 million. Sure, you can see. So I told you that the higher the number, the lesser the book is selling. This one is 1 million. All right. This one also is 1.5 million, 1.1 million, 360 something. How to draw 90 Cartoon Stoner. All right. So let's say you want to do a book in this niche. What you're going to do is you're going to look at the book that is ranking the least, and I think is this one. This 1,365. It is lower than every other thing we have seen. In fact, it was just put up in April 9th, 2022. So it's very good. So we click on the book to open it and just to look at what the book looks like. First of all, you look at the title of a book. 90s Cartoon Stoner Coloring Book, Anti-Stress Funny Weed Coloring Book for Adults. 90s Cartoon TP what. After you look at the title, then you look inside the book. You know how to press the look inside now. This place. Look inside. You press it. When you press it, the book will open. So you can be able to see what is inside. This is just a cartoon book, like cartoons from the 1990s. You can see Scooby-Doo. You can see Thompson's. I bet what they call this cartoon. Thompson's. So they just carried cartoon and coloring pages and put it together and came up with a book. Another thing you want to check is the number of pages. To do that, just scroll down, come to this product details here. All right, make sure that any book you are working on, you check on the publisher. Check on the publisher. Make sure that it is independently published. Make sure that it is independently published. Any book that is not independently published, leave it. Don't work on it. Then you also look at the number of pages. Here they have 102 pages. It will give you an idea of how to put your own. It's not compulsory that your own too must be 102, but at least for you to see that we'll check another book so that we can compare. And then it was released on April 9th, 2022, which means if you also release your book too, you may stand a chance of doing well. And then these are the categories where the book are ranking for. Number 1 in Airbush graphic, number 2 in Smoky recovery, and number 3. So you can know if you want to look for categories to put your book. If you are looking for categories, when you feel, let's say you want to do this book now, and you are looking for categories where you want to put this book and you don't know categories, just come to this place like this. This place like this. This one. Click on the first one, Airbush graphic design. When you click on it, come to this top right hand corner. Open your phone like this. Then you will see these things here. When you are choosing your category, you go for non-fiction. From under non-fiction, look for art and photography. Under art and photography, look for graphic design. Now, under that graphic design, it's possible you may see all these other sub categories. If you see it, click on it. But if you don't see it, because sometimes the thing just used to stop at the modern niche, it's Amazon that will now help you to put these other ones. It will help you to categorize your book under where they feel it should be. But what I'm just trying to say is that when you are doing your category, come here, go for art and photography, and then choose graphic design. So that is that on how to know where to categorize your book. So this one is just one book. Let us look at another book under this same niche. It was the first one I chose, right? Let me click on the second one. Let us also look inside. I showed you how to look inside. Look at the word look inside. You click on it. So this is the back cover of the book. This is what the back cover looks like. On your back cover, you can just put some pages from the inside book. Yes, person just got out some pages that have not yet color to put it at the back to make the person who wants to buy have an idea of the kind of things that are inside. As for this thing here, it is called a barcode. You don't need it. Amazon is the one that is going to put it for you, so don't disturb yourself about that. So now let us also see how many pages this second book has. This one was released in 2021. Let's see how many pages. I said independently published. Yes, it passed that test. This one is 101 pages. So you can see. And then this one has a different category. But I'll advise you to go with that other guy's category. That's if you want to do this book, because that one, he's ranking number 1 in so many places. If you can remember how we saw it there. This person is ranking 46 in book design, 253 in children's book. But remember how I told you to check for categories. If you want to check for categories, click on one of them. It will open. Come to this side. It's also under art and photography, under graphic design. See, but it's Amazon that put it under book design. So that will be all for coloring book. Make sure that if you are doing any book, you are modeling after a book. Don't just wake up one morning and say you want to do naughty children coloring book. Even if God show you something in your dream that you should do it on it, or you see something in the news, you want to do a coloring book as relating to that topic, make sure that you still come and do your research. So the same thing also goes to what notebook or logbook. If you want to do logbook or notebook, let's type 2022 notebook. Let's see the kind of notebook they are doing in 2022. They've already done 70,000 notebooks under 2022. You can see that this is a very broad niche. But I just typed this in because I want to get an idea of the kind of books under this. This thing is even showing 0. That means run away. But let's look at the kind of books on the first page. Class of 2022, 1 million, 2 million, 700 and something. 1.8 million, 522, 2 million. These books are not doing very well. The lowest I've seen so far is this one, 119,000. And we even have a rule that books that are over 100,000 should be left alone. Okay, I've seen okay, no. Now another thing you need to know is that any book you see like this, one FBA seller, don't even waste your time on it. It's not Amazon that is doing the book, especially books that are spiral bound. You can see this book is a spiral bind. Don't even waste your time that you want to even imitate such books. Just leave them where they are. This niche is a very broad niche, so we are going to be leaving it. Let me see another thing I can do. Another thing people are searching for. From all these things that are dropping down, safe, you can even have an idea. Like this one that say Notebook of Doom. This is where I am, please, so that you will not confuse yourself. From all this, once you type notebook, things are going to drop down, all right? So you can see Notebook of Doom, notebook journal for women. You can see notebook for kids, notebook for church. So you now go down. Let's niche down. Let's click this Notebook of Doom. Notebook of Doom self is 10,000 results. It's too much. We don't need this kind of thing. So I paused the video to actually do a search, and that's the reason why I don't do notebooks. Many people are, when they get the course, the first thing they do is notebooks. Sorry, you go lost. I've been looking for a very good ranking notebook since I can't find any. In fact, you can see this one is even -6. That means people hardly search for it. But I just want to show you that just like the coloring book, if you want to imitate any notebook, look at the BSR ranking. Make sure that the BSR ranking is below 100,000. Then also come to the total number of searches. Make sure that the total number of searches is less than 1,000. This thing is 10,000 here. I couldn't find the one that was less than 1,000. Notebook is very saturated because it's very easy to do. So every single person just does notebook. You can do notebook in the next 30 minutes. So notebook is always saturated. That's why I don't do it, because it's just like 10,000 people are selling the same thing. Who will win the game? I don't just like it. So, but even if you want to do notebook, make sure that you niche down. Like this one is a 7 years notebook. Like if you want to give a gift to a 7-year-old, the title of the book says I Am 7 and Magical. Unicorn Journal. Somebody too has imitated. You see somebody imitated the book. Can you see the I say you can imitate somebody's book? I'm sure that this person imitated the first person. You will see, you can know by the number of the dates that the book came out. Look at this one, came out in February 2019. This one came out in March 2022. So when I say model after a book, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This person here modeled this person here because he saw that this guy was doing good and he also went and did the same. If you look at the book cover, it is almost similar. So that is what we call modeling. I think this person too also wanted to do the same. This one was even released in March 2022. I will not even advise any of my students to do this because it is very, very, very saturated. You can see that the person does not have BSR. Can you see? BSR undefined. It means the book has not sold one single copy. So look at this one too, was something similar to this one. I Am 7 and Magical. I'm 7 and Magical, even the next one following it. So it's all left to you whether you want to do coloring book, notebook. We also have journals, we have planners, we have logbook, we have workbook, we have sketchbook. Sketchbooks are those ones, is like drawing book. All right, let me show you what a sketchbook looks like. Let's see. sketchbooks for kids or for drawing, whatever. Let's just do a search. Let's see what will come out. There are over 70,000 sketchbookies. I mean books. Me, I don't waste my time in things like this. Then I told you the ones that are sponsored, leave it. Sponsored, leave it. Don't touch sponsored books. You won't sell. Just leave sponsored books. You won't sell. Go for books that are not sponsored. You stand a better chance. So I just said sketchbooks are drawing book. What is inside is empty pages. It's just for the child to go and do what? To go and draw. So let's look at the inside of this one to see what it looks like. The video is already coming to an end, so I just want to show you what a sketchbook looks like. So it's not only notebook or coloring book you'll be doing. There are other type of books. There are planners, there are journals, logbooks. There's one logbook that I did that is selling for me very well. So this is the first page. All right, this is the first page. This is the next page. This sketchbook belongs to, make sure that you always do this in your own. All right, it did not show us the inside of this drawing book. So I was able to get what the inside looks like. Look at it here. Empty white page. It's just like a drawing book. You don't expect them to write something inside a drawing book. Empty white page. In fact, this one does not have lines. It's notebook that even have lines. This one sketchbook doesn't have lines. But it is oversaturated, so I don't even waste my time here. When it comes to low content book, I do coloring books. And when I'm doing coloring books, I go down to the niche. I go down to a specific either cartoon, a specific topic, and do a coloring book on that niche. So like I did in the first part of this video, I went to under book section, I typed cartoon coloring book. Then when they now brought out the result, I was now looking at the different types of cartoons that were doing well based on their BSR. The ones that had low BSR ranking, I took the topic and I still searched it under the book section. And then it came out with the total number of books. We saw the 90s cartoon books. And we saw that the total number of books was about 600, which is a very good thing to work on. So from this video, you can even go and do something on that. Get your images from Google. Put it into Canva, calculate your book size, do your cover, and upload it on Amazon. If you are looking for description, make sure that you read other people's description. Like this book now, you can just read this guy's description. You can even copy it and then edit. Make sure that you edit some things. So I heard that if you copy somebody this thing, the person can report you. So don't copy word for word. Change some things. So that being said, I think this video is long enough and it has explained to you to an extent how to don't just do book from your head. No, you have to be modeling a particular book and that book has to be selling for you to model it. Lower BSR rankings, follow them. For your category, go to where the book is. Go down here like this. Look at the categories where the book are here. This place, like this. Click on it to know where to put your categories. Click on it to open. When it opens, it will show you where this book is ranking under arts and photography, under drawing. All right, then you do that. So have a blessed day. Goodbye.